Okay, turn to the section in your notebook where you're keeping track of vocabulary words and number 1 to 6. Write down the definition of each word and answer the question posed to help you remember the meaning of the word in the context of the story. You can pause the tape to give yourself time to write down the definition and answer the question. The first word is eugenics. When equality meets the golden one, he writes, "This is the time each spring when all the men older than 20 and all the women older than 18 are sent for one night to the city palace of mating, and each of the men have one of the women assigned to them by the Council of Eugenics." Eugenics is a science that deals with the improvement of the hereditary qualities of a race. What was the Council of Eugenics trying to do in assigning a woman to each man in equality society? Equality describes a frightening event he witnessed as a child. He writes, "They brought the transgressor out into the square, and they led him to the pyre." A pyre is a heap of combustible material, especially used in burning a corpse. Equality came to know this transgressor as the saint of the pyre. Why was the saint of the pyre so important to equality? After equality finds the house in the woods, he writes, "For I know what happiness is possible to me on earth, and my happiness needs no higher aim to vindicate it." To vindicate means to clear of blame. Why does equality feel vindicated at this point in the story? What has he realized about himself and about life that make him feel cleared of blame? The next two words are depraved and sages. Use the context clues to figure out what these words mean. It is the word by which the depraved steal the virtue of the good, by which the weak steal the might of the strong, by which the fools steal the wisdom of the sages. In the middle of the sentence, the weak steal the might of the strong. You know that weak is opposite of strong, so depraved must be opposite of good, and fools must be opposite of sages. What do you think depraved means if its opposite is good? What do you think sages mean if the opposite is fools? You're right. Depraved means morally corrupt, and sage means a wise person. And the final word is ego, which means the self. Were you surprised that this was the unspeakable word? That's it for today.